All right, good morning. Saturday morning. We got snow coming down. Looks like 2 inches fell last night. People moving that snow, keeping it real. BJ Fornash, David Castro, Shaka. Good to see Shaka. Big Chris, Nick Vincent. Is Nick back from the Philippines? Wolf King, Major Tom, J Dub. Simone from Italy, Denny. Carl is back. Let's see, we got Bat G, $29.99. If you're new, let me know where you're from. What area of the world? Timmy Kramer. Warn your sons, the prom is a scam. Coming off like a prom dress on prom night. What's that joke? Yeah, it's got some snow coming down, Shaka. Be careful out there. Let's see. Justin back. Iron shackles and a chastity belt. Good to see you. Bookshelf is in the chat. Good to see you. I don't know karate, but I do know crazy. And Bat says he's in Cali. We got a couple Cali guys here today. Good to see everybody. But what are we going to talk about? Simps beware. Simps beware. We got some Tinder statistics that will be very interesting. They were interesting to me when I was reading them. Good to see Betty back in the chat. Appreciate you. Tinder statistics for 300 Trebek. It's the most popular dating app in the world. Let's talk about it. Good to see the Revster in the chat. Rev's driving. He's out in Colorado right now. He's trying to steer clear of Tren de Aragua. Rusty Old Micro Farm. Eastern Washington coming in with 2 inches of snow. Good to see you. I've been to Eastern Washington. Good to see our new brothers out there chiming in. For many, I'm a clown. I don't care what others think. I think I'm capable of doing great things. Of course you are. There's a shit ton of dating. There's a dating app for every possible specialty. Farming dating app. If you're a farmer, if you're a Skittles, there's all sorts. Poon Plunder dating app. There's probably one of those too, Wolf. We got Slams in the chat. Good to see Slam. Trogue's back. Good to see Trogue. All right. Tinder has 71 million users worldwide. Over 50% are Gen Z. In 2022, Tinder generated $1.8 billion in revenue. $1.8 billion for simp swiping. Meet Me, Scout, Plenty of Fish. Complete trash, would not recommend it. No, we do not talk anything about dating apps. If anything, they're just entertainment. Today, we're going to be in our feelings. Of course we are. Big World back. Good to see you, brother. Big World all the way over in Vietnam. Hagmax, the app for desperate old women. Attaboy. John is back. The legendary John. Boston. Ed, good to see you. Never had a dating app. Never will. There's simp magnets in my account. Well, we're going to get to it. So $1.8 billion in 2022. Tinder has 10.8 million paying subscribers with an average revenue of $13.75. So it looks like they're just getting on for a week or two, the majority. Simone, thanks, Rad. When you're motivated to do something, people around you will tell you you aren't worth anything. Sure, you don't want to tell people your goals. People will just try to shit on them. I lie. Swiping to pass the time. There's nothing wrong if you treat it as an entertainment. Char, good to see you. Today we're going to be abusive. All right, so we got they will monetize marriage with a marriage app. The Jews have no boundaries. They're going to monetize everything. Dating apps are a remedy for loneliness. I think a lot of guys do that, Rusty. They make 49ers a thing and not the football team. There you go. A 4 that thinks she's a 9. If I want to be ignored by women, I can get that for free. Trogue's making a good statement there. I don't believe those sales figures. It's not a publicly traded company, so those figures may not be accurate. This is coming from a site. I'll link it down. The median match rate for women for Tinder. Just listen to this. The matching rate when you match with someone, 36% for women. What is it for men? 1.8%. 1.8%. Rusty says he's good when he's not going to swipe. That's why I don't share my goals anymore. Keep those very secret. I dream of having my very own boss babe someday, says Timmy. Timmy wants a gold. He wants a sugar mama. I was reading an Investor's Business Daily, and they have all these stock charts. I saw a company, GNDR, it's Grindr. The stock is going up. I wonder if they break revenue down to make. Interesting, John. Jason Reed from Colorado. Simps feed the system. So even though they should be held accountable like women, it'll never happen. Correct. I actually don't look at dating apps that are used for simps because what about everything else simps use, dating apps or not? Do everything that simps don't, right, Shaka? Show them simps no quarter. This is rep. Show them nothing. The girls on the apps are always in rotation on there, very plain looking. I tried it one time as an experiment. There you go. Everybody subscribe to Dax Rumble. Appreciate that, Char. Excuse me, but was your dad a meat burglar? It looks like he shoved 2 fine hams down your pants. That's the type of flirting Gen Z needs. There you go. Did you see that Biden is awarding medals? I did see that this morning, Carl. What a loser. Nick says you can match, then think, nah, I won't bother on reflection. Good fun sometimes. If you treat it as entertainment and laugh about it, it's okay. I was off dating apps for years, went back. Many of the same women are still, yep, they're all on there, man. Rusty tried them. There you go. Video game arcade. Pedro, good to see you. Dating apps were a waste of time and money for me. Well, we're talking about 36% of women match. Not even 2% of men will match. On average, it takes 57 matches for a meetup and over 285 matches for a relationship. 76% of Tinder users are male and 24% are female. No wonder guys are not getting a lot of success off these apps. I had a great Christmas Eve. Thanks, Simone. Fact Tinder. There you go. Big Chris says, I was not popular in high school. There was no way in hell I was going to spend a bunch of money asking a 304 I don't like to go to a party with even more a-holes. There you go. You saved a lot of money, didn't you, Big Chris? Shaka, pump and dump dating apps. Like we had live links back in the day. There you go. Rad, in your opinion, why are salesmen who are jerks more successful? Because they do not allow the prospect to say no. I send Rad the women I know are on dating apps. They're over 50 and are not settling. They know their worth. You go, girl. They always want to try to extract resources. That is the truth. I mean, women seek typically what a man has, not what a man is. Stupid, they resort to using AI to create a profile, especially women who traditionally hate filling out their. Oh, yeah. You're seeing a lot of AI in this stuff. She's got a foot-long scorpion tattoo on her thigh and a shot glass on her other thigh, or a martini glass. The master of blue pill disaster, MGTOW Reese, has it right. There you go. Dating apps are used to break down the self-esteem of already weak men with leftovers. You're not wrong. So we're looking at 76% of the users are men, 24% being women. The average user checks Tinder 11 times a day, up to 90 minutes in total. 27% of engaged couples meet on Tinder, while 39% of all relationships start online. 1 in 4 active Tinder users is either married or in a relationship. 1 in 4. So that woman you could be chatting with might be married or in some weird relationship. Fix that house up, fix your car, keep those things running. Wolf says, rubbish heap. There you go. Ishi back in the chat. Good to see Ishi. Out here working triage and watching you between patients. He's dealing with those single Gen Z or millennial mothers that are wearing helmets. One of my neighbors I want to nominate for Top Monkey Simp of the Year. He's in Boston and flew to Ontario to date a woman. I said, so there isn't enough liberal women in Boston. He's actually spending money to meet somebody for coffee. Crazy. According to the latest data, this is 2022. Tinder is slowly losing its steady growth in its user base. Well, we know that the dating apps have been going down quite some time. Marvel Elite, good to see you. Pass some gas. Is that what you're saying, Wolf? When she's there, as a former simp, I never met a hottie from those apps. Catfish bots, single moms, a lot of bots, a lot of catfishing out there. Bat, you're right. Betty says, I'm a queen, I'm a catch. What are you doing on the cheap dating? There you go. So it says every day there's 24.5 million daily active users, 49 million active users, heavy users being 13 million. So half of all of the dating app people are Gen Z. Gen Z, I believe, was 95 to 2005 or something, 2090 or 90 to 2000. Can't remember. But Gen Z, so they're at least 25 years young. They're my kids' age. I was out last night listening to a band, and this woman I know starts getting close to me and hugging me. Well, John, you might be you might be a teddy bear in her eyes. A lot of single moms out there, Bookshelf. Well said. It feels so better. Wolf, so much fuller and big. I told you, Wolf, to cut your beard and hair. My rich daddy will not approve. That's a lot of them think like that. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the average user spends almost $14. So it looks like just a lot of people do not go the distance in terms of these monthly, and they have subscriptions that are 6 months and so forth. Okay, 76% are male, 24% are female. There you go. No wonder it's so saturated. No wonder people don't get matches. It's a full-time job. Okay, let's see. Here's something that came up with. So there's these relationships that come out of Tinder. And they talked about how couples are meeting today. Online, 40% of couples are meeting online. 27% will typically meet in a bar or a restaurant. 20% meet through friends, and 11% meet through coworkers. That came out of that, apparently, those statistics on Tinder. Any gorditas for Rev? There's some up here in Ogden, brother. Was out last night. This woman was up close to me and hugging me. I know her husband and just walked away. The husband's a good guy and wouldn't even do anything with a married woman. They're all transparent these days, John. RP Anomaly, good to see you, brother. Betty's back. Every single woman there has divorced her husband. Imagine thinking even if you get hooked up with her, she won't do it to you. What she did to them, she'll do to the rest. Good to see Gone with John. Check out his channel, guys. Does great stuff. Good to see you, John. I tried Tinder, Bumble, and Ashley Madison. What a joke. Ain't that damn desperate. Too many used cars with high mileage and falling apart. I've been talking to this woman, just found out her boyfriend was killed in a fire. I didn't even know she was still dating this guy. You can't trust him. You can't trust most women. Shaka, transparency is the best. I agree with you 100%. Okay. Tinder is most popular way to meet among engaged 18 to 24-year-olds. We talked about that. And 25 to 29-year-olds. So if you're under 30, it's a great way to meet, apparently. The kid smells like a marijuana environment, and the moms are fat with their $120 nails. They're all stuck on iPads and autistic. I don't know how you do it, brother. Just do the opposite. I've had luck just talking to ladies at supermarket or other live spots. If you want to throw down, there you go. Got laid twice off dating apps, and what a surprise. Both nut jobs. Oh, they are totally nut. And most women on dating apps. I mean, it's not a natural thing to meet people online. I mean, when I grew up, that wasn't around. Ashley Madison, are they still going on, Rev? Been to maybe 2 strip clubs when I was younger. Was sad seeing the men there, probably trapped in sexless marriages. You're probably right, Trogue. Not getting anything at home. Bachelor life is catching up on quickly. Marriage will be gone sooner than later. Timmy Kramer, the forever bachelor, making some predictions. If you don't respond on the apps, they get aggressive. Why are you ignoring my messages? I'm sure some are like that, Nick. Probably the majority. I do my best with women at stores and in the wild. I swear I'm the only guy I see talking to women. Most men can't talk. They don't talk anymore. It's all online or on their phone. John Griffin's making some good stuff. A used Honda Toyota is more reliable than these modern day women. No benefits whatsoever from a woman besides temporary lust. There you go. There you go. So those were some. No wonder why men have struggles. 76% of the users are men. How do you know you're not talking to a man? You're selling your Frankie Hill. It's too big. Yeah. Go down to like a 90s Plan B model. Yeah. Alien Workshop, Danny Way. That's a great board. It's shocking that many men spend all that time on that. I'd rather rearrange my underwear drawer. Well, people just tune out. It's a way to distract them. Bitches are nut jobs, whether it be dating apps or supermarkets. If you ain't trying to marry them, then just slut them out. Shaka, he ain't telling lies here, brother. He's telling the truth. Told one woman online I wasn't interested. She lost her shizzle. Well, it's because they were rejected. They love rejection too. There's another thing which is very underrated. Most of these women are heavily medicated and have medical issues. I guarantee. I have a hat that says 45, 47. You should see the looks I get from people. I'm sure they're nuts. I've got one too. The guy that's doing triage at the biggest pediatric hospital in California is watching. Thanks for balancing my sanity. Well, shout out to that dude. JW, Shaka is right. He sure is. I've never had issues with the dating apps, but you have to take them as an entertainment, like playing a slot machine. I'm a very direct with ladies online because my ex gave me free money, free haircuts, free sex, and she was fine. Why would I settle for less? X-Mask, good to see you. Timmy, we know he's golfing. It's snowing right now, right here. And then I'm going to hit the sauna, hit the hot tub, and chill out. It's kind of a weird week. Weird weather. But that's a reality, guys. If you want to get on Tinder and dating apps, that is what you're dealing with. It's literally it's a sausage fest. Women, I mean, if you think about it, they match 36% of the time where a man matches 2%. So every 2 swipes out of 100, you're matching with someone. And people are like, Rab, they don't work. Of course they don't work. They're not in favor of men. Nick says, can't go on YouTube lately without getting, I'm leaving the UK, US, or whatever. Men are expatriating all over and at least exploring, getting out of the West. There you go. Minimalistic lifestyle, the nomad life. A lot of them are lazy, Justin. 80% of women are only there for attention, correct? They ain't looking to settle down. They are waiting for the simps while being fed all the attention and validation. Yes, they are. I'm just on another level as I see guys talk about these chicks. They're still looking at females with relationship lenses. Bingo. Feminism and social media made it easier for you to bust a nut. Yeah, I mean, most are looking through relationship lenses. Well said, Shaka. Bitches here like dumbass dudes. I had tons of luck out west with indie chicks. Again, if you're going to get on a dating app, just use it as entertainment. Read the bios, laugh, enjoy it. Know what you're getting into. Rev says sausages. There you go. Any expectations toward women is a man's first step towards failure. Men are real romantics, and there's nothing romantic about dating apps. Well, it's completely not. It's not how I grew up. You got to go and actually meet someone and walk up and talk to them. And it's usually the guy going up to the girl. You know, old school courting. They turned dating into a boy band and Wait Disney Putty worshiping kingdom. Maybe the boy bands had something to do with it. Good to see D-Man in the chat. Another wrench. Good to see you, brother. Spending time chasing it and swiping endlessly just isn't worth it for me. The few minutes of joy and the STDs, it's not worth the few minutes or the potential issues that come about it. You got to drive and meet them, or you got to meet somewhere central. You got to go through the energy. There's a lot to online dating. David Castro, a female coworker that I like rejected me, so I pretty much gave up on trying to talk to women. Well, they love to reject. It gives them a superpower. Gives them dopamine. Take her to Costco for a chicken bake. I could take her for a Polish dog. OnlyFans is 82 million men, and most of them are married. Yeah, that's another thing. Most of these gals are on OnlyFans or sugar baby sites. I chatted up a nice one in the store. She told me she was married, yet smiled and was cool. I saw her weeks later flagging me down and smiling in the mall. There you go. Chicken bake for 300 Trebek. When you look at these apps with RP Ledge, you can see most of these women are in relationships. I've met lots that are married. Protect yourself. Well said, Major. A lot of them are married or going, they're, or they just filed for divorce, but they're still living with the guy. Those are challenges too. That guy he could snap and come after you. The great inflation, recession, and depression around the corner. Things are going to get desperate for a lot of women. The simp money is going to drive up. Oh, I would agree with that statement. We're very close to a huge global depression. All the women on Tinder are either extremely stuck up and snarky or fat and old. And a lot of them are Skittles. A lot of them hate swipe left, swipe right if you voted for Trump. Swipe right if you're not a dog owner or a dog lover. Old men regret marriage. Old women regret divorce. Speaking from experience. I think you're absolutely 100% right on that. If she invited Chad over to lay pipe with zero effort, why do you have to pay full price? If she sees you as husband material, she sees you as an easy mark. Don't be the simp that pays full price. Well said, Blaster. Good to see you, brother. That's absolutely right. When they see you as husband material and nice guy, they are dried up like the Sahara Desert. Everything a man thinks he should do the opposite. Best thing is just to laugh in their face. Remain silent if they act up. Well said, Wolf. Yeah, Blaster's speaking facts right there. I look a woman in the eye and tell her you're broke. See how she reacts. Well said, Timmy. Singletown Bachelor is back. Good to see you. Check out his channel, guys. Tinder profile. I'm 5'2" and 300 pounds. I know my worth. Here's my list of demands. You go, girl. Another day I saw a 304 hooked on her phone like she was in love with her boyfriend, husband. Typical modern day woman. Yeah. They're all dialed into their phones. They're all addicted. Polish dog for breakfast. A woman says, a famous Costco breakfast. She immediately said she had a husband. I had zero interest in her. Attaboy. I like the Costco with the Polish dog with the onions and the mustard and the coleslaw. Or the sauerkraut. My mom regrets divorcing my dad. I've heard her say it. There you go. Unfortunately, Trump isn't going to be the Messiah. It'll be a matter of time to see what happens, right, Nick? Flash news, Jennifer and Brandon Sheffield were found dead by blank shot in an apparent blank by police in Mississippi. Jeez. You know what happened? She was leaving him. Best way to turn the tables on a 304 who rejected you is to become nonchalant and find a woman who's younger and better looking. Yes, women they hate competition. She was divorcing him and she posted a video on TikTok how he was handling the divorce. There you go. A fatter old woman is the equivalent of a broke man. Well said, X-Mask. Alpha FUX, Beta Bucks, they need a real man to step up and raise Chad's legacy. Cheers to all the free and wise men. My dad acted like Charles Bronson. My mom was more passive chill. Rest in peace to your mom, Wolf. Brad, in your opinion, why would Bradley Dawson from Memphis go on a vacation to Fiji, stay in a $3,500 night resort, and then delete his wife? I don't know. Something so far away that maybe he thought he could get away with it. Who knows? Dating today is a job interview. Why try no matter how good looking she is? Well, hypergamy is always floating too. Black pill backer, good to see you. Hello to you, brother. Nah, actually, it was a job back in the days. Okay, Shaka, gotcha. My ex regrets divorcing. Who could have predicted that she spoke to the wrong women and told her she never learned that single women make other women single? They have a lot to do with divorces. They will never fulfill you spiritually, only feed your lust. Well, a majority of women do that. They take care of the lust factor in men. Well said, Slam. Never chase a woman under any circumstances if you must let her chase you. If you must let her chase you. Exactly. Morgan Freeman said that. Let the women chase the men. Sometimes it feels like I'm on a different planet. I've felt like that, rusty old. In sync. Yeah. How about in sync being like helping young boys become men? No, they're helping young boys become simps. If it weren't for simps, toxic feminism could never survive. Jason Reed from Colorado. Well said, brother. Still can't believe my ex-wife berating me during divorce. I am going to marry a rich lawyer and dated 5-year-old man living in the parents' basement. That's what they do. They just want to get you to react. It's par for the course. Many men are very strong and intelligent, except when it comes to women. They are stupid and weak. The biology really will hack a man's mind. There you go, Wolf. Since I detached myself from the world of dating, I see clearly how screwed up everything is, how blind I was. Yeah, when you look outside the box, look into it, as bad as mentioning, you see a lot. You see a lot. Do you think people are getting a little crazier now than 20 years ago? Yes, I do. There are still a lot of simps out there, guys. There's guys that watch the red pill and they go back to simping. Joseph says, very deep. Most of them just help us relieve the poison. The poison between our legs. There you go. I'd like to meet a blonde bikini model who specializes in meatloaf, like Cindy Margolis. That's who Timmy wants. Remember Cindy Margolis back in the late 90s? It's the pussy program protective gene, says Shaka. These dating apps or social media affects brain and makes it shrink. I'm telling you, technology has made people stupid. 100%. Getting a BJA training is a must for women. We need men a good blow from time to time. Okay, let's see. Claiming or listening to so-called red pill content to be a better... Exactly. There are people, guys, that watch this content and then they take it back to their blue pill world thinking they can hold frame. Fool's Paradise. Was watching the 60s movie How to Stuff Wild Bikini. What a beautiful era that was. There's some great movies from the 60s. How many years after a relationship are you free from wanting another? Probably 2 to 5 years. Nick, I would say. Bartman, the woke destroyer. Good morning to you, brother. It's morning here, but afternoon to you. Smartphones are making you dumb. They sure are. My flip phone is making me smart. Wolf's got a Nokia Flip. Or a Razor. Is that what they were? Razors? Those sympathetic F-whacks make it the hardest for guys like us. They must love nasty Annie. Night rotten. There you go. There you go, Justin. Remember Cindy Margolis? She was like the most famous woman on the internet, like 97 to like 2002. She was pretty hot. Look her up. Cindy Margolis. You got to maintain frame, Rev. I mean, come on. If you want that gordita up in Ogden, you got to have frame. You got to give her. You got to take her out. You got to spend money on her. You ain't doing that. You ain't going to get any peace leave. Try holding Frame against the judge and the police. Frame is always checked at the door of the courthouse. Frame doesn't appear in your bill that you get from the attorney. I think if you don't get married, if you don't do it within 18 months, yes. If you're not married within 18 months of divorce, you have a 85% chance you will never marry. Christian Henney, good to see you, brother. Let's see. I was at CVS today, a whole aisle full of, Valentine's is in the chat, of course. It's only, 6 weeks away. Frame is a joke, says Slam. It sure is. Average weight of a woman is 174 pounds. That's a lot to love. That's a lot of dinners. Anna Nicole she was hot too. She had big cans. Jenny McCarthy. She's with the New Kids on the Block guy, right? Donnie Wahlberg. I was in an interview and the recruiter I've never met before starts yelling at me. We're a Fortune 250 company. My name is Andrew Briggs from Memphis. And you may see in the news for Red Rum, a Fortune 250 company. Interesting. Valentine's Day is a made-up holiday for the greeting card companies. Oh, I hate it too, Wolf, seeing them with their stupid flowers. Have you seen the flip Idiocracy? Yes. It is so true, Ishi. I love it when the universe turns tables on a bimbo who rejects a good man by never allowing her to find a better man. You get the last laugh. I agree with that statement, Big Chris. You have to hold Frame in court with judges and attorneys, and you do that by using pheromone soap. There you go. The more we learn, the more we earn, says Christian. $60 for roses, and they're if not more. JC from Texas, the most dumb I have ever been was moments when my little buddy's brain got really arrogant. Attaboy. A woman's intuition is never wrong. So many single women to prove that is true. These are provable facts. Just go out in the market. Jim Carrey, he's an interesting cat, Justin. Cuffing season isn't over. It's going through the middle of, March. The reason modern women are worthless because men have accepted them. I agree. When a black rock created a kid in Skittles, know that they destroy society. Well said. Good to see Otto back in the chat. Good to see you, brother. February, also called Simp Month, where they crawl out with their hearts torn out. Simp Month. I like that, Bartman. You guys are going to have to buy the soap from Anthony Dream Johnson. I think he sells it now, too. New Year equals more simping and total focus on myself. No more simping. I don't care if many may be pissed. My eyes are on the prize. Focus on yourself. You have more return on investment. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of return on investment anymore with women. I mean, even dating, marriage. I mean, tell me, unless you want to roll the dice and have kids, the reality of you being married and raising your kids with a woman that's the mother of your kids under the same roof is extremely rare. 83% of all families are broken families. 17% of families have a mother and father. And it's happening more and more to even Christian communities, religious areas, you name it. It's a shit show. Thanks for doing that, Char. Char's from Deutschland. Dating single mother is like going to a party after everyone has left. She didn't invite you to have fun. She invited you to clean up the mess. Don't marry single mothers. You will be annihilated. Is that not the truth? Absolutely. So when men are upset about the Tinder and the Bumble and all the dating apps, just know it's geared against the man. If you know that, then you can play those apps if you desire out of entertainment, not knowing that this is going to lead you, as Shaka said, with relationship lenses to the woman you're going to marry. Dating apps should just literally be a catalog of what looking at delusion and lunacy. I'd like to go to Italy, have some real pasta. You're so abusive to me, Wolf, like my ex was. Don't you ignore me. You ignore all those women. Huh? There's something about the way Fonzie treated the women on Happy Days. He got the chicks. Let's see. Bat says women are really just for entertainment purposes unless you find the 2%, and that's another story. Correct. I agree with that statement. Otto says dating apps is a female validation app. Oh, yeah. I mean, I would say we talked about this ad nauseum, but dating apps give women dopamine. They wake up in the morning, I want to see how many guys like me. Oh, 58 guys like me from the time I went to bed till the time I woke up. Oh, I can go live another day. You think she's going to respond to those guys? Nope. She just got her dopamine. Men effed up by letting women have validation through the feminist movement, when men should have kept women competing and working hard to prove themselves. Now both men and women are miserable. Well said, Big Chris. Catalogs of delusion and idiocy. That's what it is. Fonzie didn't care, did he, Wolf? Expecting to come across the decent 2% of women on an app is not going to happen. No, I don't think they're on the apps, Nick. Travel the world. Once you see fit women in feminine dresses, you'll realize what you were robbed of in the West. There you go, Blaster. Greg Terrible's back. Facebook dating. I've never even looked at that. Every woman I met blamed it all on their ex. Without exception, zero accountability. Correct. Good to see Greg Terrible as well. Now we're all starting to be abusive. It's a good morning. Like I said this morning, iron shackles and a chastity belt for 300. I guess they all do deserve is a dick pic. Dick pics. I never understood that. Do chicks get off on those? I hate that my boy and I are part of that statistic with broken homes. Well, I'm part of the statistic too, Slam. CJ, actually, men's behavior has never changed in all of history. The females have changed. Well said, brother CJ. I had to block a married woman who, despite ignoring my spicy talk, kept texting me. Yeah, don't mess around with married women. Could end below earth, if you know what I mean. I don't criticize anyone. I think people are allowed to do what they want with their life. But if she spends most of the time on social media, it's a red flag. Oh, yeah. Women refuse to build with man who has less, but when they meet wealthy men, feel entitled to his success. Then when things don't go right, they get hurt and start labeling all men as the problem. You're not mistaken. You're not mistaken. Let's see. Singletown says, it depends. 6 to 8 inches make them wet. There you go. Women love what's in a man's wallet, not what's typically in their pants, which is fine. At least we know that, right? We accept it. It's as simple as that. If you're going on, I mean, the whole point of this live stream today was to say, look, these are the statistics. How do men compete in those statistics? It's a very lopsided equation for men on dating apps. And men get upset and depressed because then nobody swipes on them. But I'm showing you the statistics and the data saying that women swipe 36% of their swipes become matches, whereas 2% of the swipes for men, it's not even 2%, it's 1.8% become matches for men. So 98 out of 100 women will not match with the man with the women you swiped on. 2 out of 100. Tell me how you win. Tell me how you were successful in these dating apps. And so it's literally a house of cards. It's a Ponzi scheme in the end. These 304s are randomly friending you on Facebook. They want you to go to OnlyFans and pay for their baloney. Even Meryl Silverberg, dumbed Solid Snake, even remarried. They do remarry. Scare them off with a dick pic. When a fictional character from Metal Gear is marrying a cuck in Metal Gear, that's when you know something is wrong. If you have a 6'2" to 8 and the volume even more wet. True facts. There you go. The bigger the better. Is that what they're saying, brother? Modern 98% will just see you as a tool. Yeah. There you go. The more I learn about female nature, I grow more distant from them, but they are getting closer by the day. All men want to bang all women at all times throughout all history. No way in hell men are responsible. We have testosterone. It's a doggone drug, isn't it? I always liked how Fonzie would open the hood of a car. It actually works. There you go, Rev. Typical woman, right, Christian? A man should never take women seriously if she can't pay her own bills. It's a clear sign of irresponsibility. Absolutely, Betty. Black pill. Big women don't deserve any kind of love. Well, they don't take care of themselves, do they? Go ahead and don't accept women. You're going to change the world, buddy. There you go. Slam deleted those apps. Probably better for you. We have to find value in ourselves, not through what other people think of us. Joseph Hoffman. The attraction bell curve for men versus women are heavily mismatched, with women's heavily skewed to the top 10%. I've gone out with a 1 to 2%. Wolf, I have. Christian's driving his BMW around, playing his video games. I had a BMW 735. I had a 1988. Bought it I was 10 years old. Great car. Expensive to fix, though. I noticed once man controls his biological urges, he literally finds any woman worth nothing. Well, yeah. We have to control our biology. Once we control it, the whole world opens up. Well said, Singletown. I see what you mean, brother. I know you like your 7 series. What color is it? I can't remember. Do push-ups, read books, and learn foreign languages. You'll forget about them. Stay busy. Yeah. She's a 2%. I mean, there's 2%ers out there. My sister's a 2%er. 1 to 2%. But they're rare. And they're still a woman at the end of the day. So it is what it is. We continue in this crusade to understand our nature and female nature. We're trying to help men understand that, look, simps need to understand this. The reason they don't get matches is because it's stacked against you. Statistically, the data proves it. Women, it's like ladies' night. They get it going on a Wednesday night for free, and the men pay them drinks. That's exactly what it's like on these dating apps. It's geared towards women and men not being successful. They want men to keep paying and paying and paying because that's what keeps the machine going. It's not women paying. Stay devil may care attitude, positive. Just be Lebowski. Just be the big Lebowski. A lot of women get pregnant for child support. Well said. Why would any man toss aside a good wife? The 2% doesn't reflect availability. Most will stay married. Correct. Still emotion. Yep, she still has a female brain, even if she's a 1 to 2%. 2%, not even 1% are dateable. Very few are dateable. As they get older, even more crazy. Now they've got kids that are older. They want to be best friends with their kids. They've got grandkids. They've got debts. Their bodies are falling apart. I mean, it becomes a shit show. Cybertruck is like an ex-wife. She will explode in front of you. Well said, Christian. Even the 2%ers can make decisions that turn them into harlots. Sure. Seen a lot of those Christian women that become literally 304s overnight. And that's interesting, Simone. My girl still would have stayed married with small penis pothead guy, even though she was miserable. Interesting. Powerful man who created the system, owns all vaginas. Objectifying to this is called slave morality, described by Friedrich Nietzsche. Attaboy. Friedrich Nietzsche for 300 Trebek. I had what I thought was a 2% woman until she changed to the other 98%. Yes, they all have a potential, Carl. One of the hardest battles men face in life is the war between a mind that knows the truth and a heart that refuses to accept it, especially after divorce and starts swallowing the red and black pills. Well said, brother. Get on Christian Mingle, Rev. Show your Colorado Springs pad, and you're going to get lots of ladies. Ever thought about blanking? No. Let God take care of them. Screw being in a relationship, doing all that work, and for them to play you like a fool and live a double life. No thanks. Yeah, a lot of guys are in that situation. It's like dumpster diving. Polish old school women raised right Catholic are not a bad way to go. Well, some religious women are all right, but the majority, I think, hide behind the Bible or the Quran or whatever, the Torah. If you do nice things for women, they dry up, don't care, and they invite you over to throw down. If you don't care, they invite you over. Yes, the ultimate Chad versus Poindexter, as Tom Likas calls it. Ishi says, Rad, most of these moms that come in here don't shave their legs. I observe it all. They got their bait and switch. There you go. They quit doing anything once they got their guy. Christian women divorce at the same rate as others. Yes. Go read the book, The Predatory Female. There's a huge chapter on Christian women or religious women. Former prawn stars are still doing OnlyFans. Of course, even the older women getting back in the game. Dating apps are there to distract us and to make sure we don't succeed in life. Successful people sacrifice many things, even family. I would agree with that statement, Simone. It's meant to distract us. As an artist who has survived sheer death, I don't care if I'm single or effing. That place is a joke, just another flavor in the box of tainted chocolate with Christian Mingle. You know what you're getting. They're all the same women. What about the Christian African ladies? You might have a better chance in Africa, but you're still dealing with a female brain and female nature. I remember that movie Frailty with Bill Paxton. He thought he was God's hand. I may have to take some biblical revenge on my enemies soon. I mean, everybody's thought about that, but thinking really about that, going to that step, like, I'm sure there's been times when you've been upset with someone. I just wish some earthquake took the person out or whatever. But yeah, I think it's human nature. Don't buy him stuff. Well said, Christian. My new neighbor started dating a woman a couple doors down. I'm sitting back with a good bottle of bourbon to enjoy the shit show. There you go. Watch how it happens. Guarantee like 90 days or less, it's over. Prawn scene. Modern dating is the prawn scene tryouts, the couch, the casting couch. I bet we could start a Facebook page. Are we dating the same woman? Because they are all the same. There's actually, there are Facebook pages for men called Are We Dating the Same Woman? Look it up. Frailty is a good flick. Takes a while to rewire your brain. Well said. Even when you're scrolling at night, you want to be careful of that. Guys, I've got to run, but this has been a good chat. I'm glad we could come together this morning. I'll be on the next one. Look out for it. And for the love of God, if you're going to get on a dating app, just do it for fun. Rebel against defeat. Chase excellence. Masculinity, of course. Men first. Peace.